All right, this is my daily update for my build and public log. This is going to be another quick update. I'm working through building the email summarization AI agent for agents code, my AI agent API service. So far, I'm running into some difficulties with it, doing a good job on actually summarizing an email in the way I want it to and returning the data I want. I don't know. It's so far it's a bit finicky, and I'm trying to go with a cheaper model because I obviously this is going to be a free demo tool that people can come to the site and use, and you don't want like a million people coming and you know giving me. I don't want a huge surprise bill where it's like, oh, you just spent $1,000 for a million people to come use this tool. I mean, it's the cheaper you can make it, the better. So I'm experimenting, trying to figure out the right model. Um, but so far, I'm having some difficulties with the prompt and getting the response I want. So that's what I'm working through today. It's almost the first version's almost there. By this weekend, I should have that done. And that's pretty much it. I hope to have that fully demoed working this weekend. But I might go out of town this weekend, so it'll probably be more like Sunday. Anyways, that's all I got for today. Short and sweet. Now let's see if there's any questions or comments today. No questions and comments today. On to my random story for today. I like to go for these long walks. If you haven't noticed, I'm very, very tanned because I'm out in the sun a lot every day. I go for these long walks, and by long I mean like an hour and 45 minutes, almost 2 hours, like 5 miles for you American folks. Uh, it's like a path. It's not like it's like a paved path. It's like most of it is like a paved, like people can ride bikes or walk. And today I walked by and there was this weird golf cart thing going down the street, like a really like a huge like a stretch limo kind of golf cart with people in the back. I was like, what the hell is this thing? What's going on? And what are they doing? And I realized that they were putting up signs. It's very patriotic here. It's very conservative town here where I'm staying at the moment, and they were putting up signs for all the veterans who have died in wars. Now, this is a very American thing. It's so American. If you're not an American, you're probably thinking like I am, like, wow, that's so American. So walking down this path, there's now all these dead soldiers' faces, and it's good to memorize, the soldiers. I'm not against that, but it just kind of sucks because that's where I try to go relax and clear my head, and now I have to see all these dead soldiers. Uh, but it was very jarring because when I got to the end and they were just putting up the signs, I saw a guy I know. My family knew this guy. My sister was close to this soldier who died, and I paused for a moment. I stood there and I looked at it for a minute. I was like, damn, like that dude's only 2 years younger than me, like almost exactly to the date, 2 years younger. It's like, fuck, that dude's been dead for like almost 20 years. That's so wild that, um, he didn't get all of it. He died like when he was just 20 something. He didn't get any life. He died so young, and it was like, wow, it hit me like I'm lucky that I got to do what I got to do. And if you're watching this, you're lucky too, especially if you're my age. I think there's a lot of negativity in the world right now, and just that kind of thing makes you stop and realize, like, you are more lucky than you realize. You could be, you could have died like in your 20, like when you were 21 or something, and didn't even live your life. So I don't know, just and then I kind of realized why they put up those signs. It's like, oh shit, it really did make me stop and think about it. I'm even talking about it now. Uh, how fortunate I am to be here, and I got to make it to my 40s. I'm going to be 40 in a few months. Yeah, I'm really old. Uh, it's like, hey, I lived a good life so far. Like I'm pretty lucky. And this poor kid, he went off, he joined the military and went off and died as soon as he got deployed. This guy died like pretty soon after landing there. So I don't know. It makes you stop and think. Yeah, I hate to be a little bit more grim on this one, but I do think it's good that to realize these things and be like grateful for what you do have. Because again, I think there's such a um, this is such a wildly pessimistic time. And I've talked to younger people about this before. I have a nephew who wants to go into tech, and I was trying to explain to him how in the early 2000s to about, I'd say to about 2012-ish time frame, it was such a wildly optimistic time. Like everyone had so much optimism for the future. And I feel like now, at least maybe it's millennials and above, we don't feel optimistic. It's very pessimistic, especially now in America. And I miss that feeling. Um, so it's good to like stop and reflect and be like, you know what, it's not so bad. I am lucky. Things, maybe the business isn't going well, but at least I'm alive and well. So, anyways, that's all I got for today. See you tomorrow.